do to improve the run defense in the last week to this week?
There's a lot of stuff we can do. We gave up almost 200 and some rushing yards last week. Playing with violence, playing with our hands, playing with our technique and different things like that. And we really homed in and focused on the step back that we took from week 1 to week 2, and all made a pack as a defense, player to player, that won't ever happen again. So moving forward, man, just getting better every single day, doing the things that we know we can do as a defense and we know we can do as a unit. So.
Was there like a special meeting you guys had during when you made the package?
It wasn't a special meeting. It was just a regular defensive meeting, and we all took constructive criticism from each other, owned up to what we need to do right, and got better at it. Not just talking about it, but really taking the time yesterday and today to get better at what we need to get better at. If it was staying out the practice late, if it was coming out of the practice early, because we did what we need to do and come down and stop and run in week 1, and be able to be consistent at doing that and doing the things that we know we can do, so it won't ever happen again. So.
What do you attribute the struggles to this early in the season?
Repeat that again.
Why do you think the defense hasn't played up to y'all's standards so far?
Well, it's all about just executing, doing the things we need to do in the meeting rooms and taking the meeting rooms to the walkthrough room, taking the walkthrough to practice and practice to the field. And that's basically what it is, man. We got the guys in our room. We got the guys in our defensive room to be able to be one of the best defense in this league. And just executing and not beating ourselves, getting off on third down, not making mental errors, not making penalties on third down is a big one, and also getting turnovers. And we all capable of fixing every single last one of those things and doing those things. So,
Steve Wilkes said it's not the scheme, that it's
Mm-hmm.
the execution, it's
Yes.
the fundamentals.
yes.
You agree with that, number one? And number two, how do you go about how does that get fixed?
I 100% agree with that, man, because the coaching staff has done an unbelievable job when it comes down to putting us in the right position in the right way. We got to make the tackles. We got to not make penalties on third down. We got to get the ball out of the quarterback hand fast. We got to win our one-on-ones up front, and we got to do the things that the coaches can't control on the field. That the coaches can't control on the field, and the things that we can control. And that's one of the things that's going to help us once we start doing that thing, when we start making stupid penalties on third downs, and when we stop making mental errors when it comes down to fundamental and execution stuff like that, we're going to be a great defense. We're going to be a defense that's going to be probably one of the best in the league. So.
When you kind of look at, in the meeting you mentioned the pack, who spoke up? Was there anyone specific?
No, nobody specific. It's everybody, because everybody made mistakes. I made a couple of mistakes in Buffalo's game, and a lot of people made mistakes. It's one of those things, taking constructive criticism from your peers, learning from your peers, learning what you could do better, and also making a pact saying, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to do better. I'm gonna make sure I focus on my hand use. I'm going to make sure I focus on winning my one-on-ones. I'm going to make sure I focus on punching the ball out, being disruptive in the pass game, not making mental errors when it comes down to third down and penalties and different things like that. So it's one of those things that we just all trust each other. We all love each other. We all want to see each other get better so we can be a better unit. So
What was it like watching that film?
it was learning. I've lost a lot of games in this league, and I've been outplayed a lot in this league when it comes down to this defense. But one of those things that when you inflict self-inflicted wounds on yourself like we did against a good team like that, it hurts even worse. So knowing that we put ourselves in horrible positions in that game, it hurt even worse to watch it. But it's one of those things we got to scratch. We got a long season to go, and we got to make sure we never do that again. So
I know Tyrod plays on the different side of the ball, but just what can you tell us about Tyrod Taylor, just the person, player?
He's a phenomenal person, phenomenal player, man. I played against him at probably two teams, Houston and the Giants, and now he's on our team, man. He's a great leader, first and foremost. Even being the backup quarterback for the last years he's been here, he's been an unbelievable leader, unbelievable coach when it comes down to helping the younger generation like me, myself, lead and different things like that. And he's a phenomenal quarterback when it comes down to making decisions, making the right decisions, using his legs when he needs to use them, and doing the things that he can help this team win a football game. So.
About Baker, he seems like a very slippery guy.
Yeah.
How do you rush him just to keep him to
You have to get him on the ground, man. He's super tough, super competitive, super talented, and he want to will his team to win. So you have to do the things to distract him, to get him down, to to like every other quarterback in this league, man. A lot of quarterbacks in the league that's as elusive like he is and tough like he is. Going against Josh Allen last week, and the main focus is to get him down when you have your opportunities and frustrate him. So,
Can you take advantage? I think they're going to do about 3 of their 5 starters on the offensive line. They're pretty banged up.
Yep.
Is this a big? I mean, could you guys really take advantage of that?
I haven't really focused on that. We got stuff we got to fix internally when it comes down to being the defense that we want to be. When it comes down to making the mental errors that we've been making, and trying to do the things that we know we can do personally as a defense. So whoever lines up in front of us, we'll be able to dominate them. So that's kind of our main focus and our main thing. So.
When you say mental errors, is it? I know you mentioned penalties.
Yeah.
What are you referring to? Just guys, the over pursuit stuff. Like what do you? What are the mental errors you're seeing?
Every time that flag hit the ground, no matter if it's over pursuit, no matter if it's roughing the pass, no matter if it's defensive holding, no matter what it is, we put ourselves in a bad position by giving the offense extra yards. So no matter what it is, penalties is not a good thing, and we don't need them. So
you believe the talent is there? It's a question of.
I 100% do. Yeah, 100% believe the talent is there. 100% the coaching scheme is there. I just think the fundamentals and the details and the DNA has to come to life, and the standard has to come to life that Coach AG been preaching us and coaching us for us to be the defense that we know we can be. And we have the guys in the room to make it come to life. So,
how is your partnership with Harrison Phillips coming along? And how do you guys complement each other?
I love it, man. He's a great run stopper, a great pass rusher, and doing things that I love to see when it come down to being disruptive up front and doing the things that he can do, man. We feed off each other every single game. He's a super smart guy when it comes down to play recognition and different things like that, and things to tune this and fix this. So he's been helping me out with my game tremendously. So.
What can you tell us just about Tyrod Taylor, just the person and just type of player that he is?
Yeah, man. I mean, being around in this league for 15, 13, however long it is, as long as he's been around, 15 years doesn't happen by accident. He's an intentional guy with everything he does, as far as on the field, off the field, very detailed, and this is going to fall on our receiver room to be where we're expected to be at, so that we can, help him go out there and sling it like he can, man. He could really sling it around.
Everybody seems to respect, love, admire him, the way he carries himself. What do you think? What's the reason why you guys all have that confidence?
Yeah, I mean, just seeing how he goes about his business every day. I mean, it's like I said before, stuff like that doesn't happen by accident. Being 15 years in the league and all the different offenses that he's been able to soak in, learn, and the coaches and players feel confident in him to go out and do this stuff. I mean, I don't know how many offenses he's learned, but you can't tell because he's dialed in. He knows all the checks. He's getting us into where we need to be, and just when someone operates like that, you're going to respect him, man. He's got a great way of going about his business, and as a veteran, man, he's one of the best. Yeah, it's pretty, bro. It's pretty. I'm excited to see some of those go up, and it's been throughout training camp. I've been able to watch him spin it with some of the younger guys, and yeah, man, he could really throw that deep ball and stuff like that's exciting.
Garrett, did you ever play with the Mika?
Emeka? Yeah. You know what? I played with Emeka in my junior year in college. He was a freshman, so yeah, man. It'll be good to see him. He's having a great start to his career, man. I'm happy for him.
What's it like for you? You go around the league and you see all these guys that you've played with and came from your school.
I mean, yeah, man. That's why we chose Ohio State. We all didn't know it at the time, but man, they built something special over there, and all of us were just kind of going about our business, being competitive, being who we are, and 5-6 years later, I'm looking around the league, and it's a lot of us, and that's the beautiful thing about a university like Ohio State and the football program and the brotherhood that we have, man. Every week it's someone on the other side that I know, and yeah, man, we all stay connected throughout this thing.
That junior year you had, is you?
Yeah, we had a good group. Chris, Marvin, Jackson, yeah, Mecca. I mean, bro, yeah, we got some that I ain't named yet. That's good players. So I mean, it was a hell of a room. You know what? We need to. We don't. I think we probably we had one back in school when we was all together, and then naturally Coach Harline was kicking us off as we all declared, right? So I'm sure it's like one of us left in there now, but yeah.
Have you had a chance to check in with Justin yet and how he's feeling?
Yeah, man. I mean, I saw him this morning, saw him yesterday, and he's operating well, man. I mean, that's a tough guy. I'm sure they had to, put the I don't know. I don't want to mess this up, but I'm sure they just had to tell him like, nah, bro, you can't, because he's just a warrior, and I'm sure he wanted to be out there. But I checked in with him, man. He's doing great, and he'll be ready to go when he clears up that protocol. I'm sure it can't happen fast enough in his opinion. So.
How do their styles differ? Not better, not saying who's better, who's worse, or whatever. The way they play Tyrod and Justin, and the adjustment for receivers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're very different. You know, I don't think. I mean, if anyone's watched them play throughout their career, they know how they different. So I'm excited. For us, it's just about being on our stuff. You know, and making sure that we're at where we're supposed to be at on time. And it doesn't change for our receiver room. Let's be where we're supposed to be. Let's present our best for our quarterback, and let's see where that puts us. But yeah, man, they're very different quarterbacks, different operating systems, and for us, we can't be worrying about that. We're gonna be worrying about ball.
When you see a guy like Mike Evans on the other side, and just the level of consistency he's had,
greatness.
What's it like? How many years in a row he's had?
I mean, something ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wait. You got 3. He's got like 11 or something. You kind of look at a player like that as a model to.
I mean,
what you want to become.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, there's as someone that's loved ball for a long time and watched him since he was at A&M with Johnny, like, man, I love Mike Evans, and that's the reality of the situation. He's a baller, and seeing him what he's done in the NFL, and being in the NFL now, I have an idea of what he had to put in to get to that point, right? And just the utmost respect for him and how he goes about his business, man. Every week he's consistent, making plays, and someone that Baker can rely on. So. Yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't say it's someone I modeled my game after just because of how different. Since a young kid, I looked at Mike Evans and was like, I ain't gonna look like that, But man, he can play, and he's made the most of the way he is. I mean, it's not a given that you're gonna ball the way he does just because you're 6'5". He's a truly special, gifted player, and I'm excited to watch him. I think it's gonna be my first time seeing him in person.
Somebody good? Arian Smith just got his first professional catch.
Yeah.
What did you say to him after that? And now that he's getting some more reps and getting his feet underneath him,
yeah.
How much do you think he can help you guys as he grows?
I mean, a lot, man. He's awesome. I just want to say he's awesome. He got great energy level. Getting to learn this offense with him. We all started from square one on this thing, and getting to learn with him. And obviously, it's a little different for him coming from college to NFL, but. We all been going through this thing together, and he's done helped me out tremendously, and vice versa. So I was happy to see him get his first catch. Everything that he deserves. He made it. Honestly, he got 7, 8 yards on it. Drop stepped after he caught it. Like, it was a great first catch. I was proud of that boy, and there's a lot more where that came from, man. He's truly a special player that can take the top off of any defense, can really run, and he got energy for days, man. So. I'm not that far removed from having energy for days, and I remember like just bouncing around, can't wait, just like he does now. That stuff is exciting for me, so I can't wait to see him, get a good sample size this week and what he does with it, because it's, I'm confident it's going to be something special.
A thing or two about speed yourself. How would you assess and describe his speed?
Yeah, I mean, I know my speed. His a little different. He's a track star, and then you teach him how to play football at a young age, right? Like that's how it is. I never did the track, man. He's got those run mechanics, and he's translated it into routes, and it's fun to watch, man. He can really go track down any ball, and he just does a great job, man. He's truly a for the love of the game player, which that in the receiving room you love that. So I'm excited for him, man. He's got a different level of speed, though. I can't even say I'm too familiar with that.